So today we were able to preload the Modern Warfare 2 beta on PS4 and PS5, and with that we were able to access the settings and learn a couple things about this game. And there are some interesting stuff, and if you guys want to do this yourself and just have your settings ready for when the beta launches, then go ahead, just plug a keyboard into your PlayStation, just hit F3, you'll be able to access all this. Now hopefully I don't get in trouble for showing this. I don't think they would strike the video for, you know, showing settings, but fingers crossed nonetheless. Either way though, this is what we see when we start to get into this. And sure, we see the settings here, but there's something else I want to mention, and that is that you can hit R1 and L1. You could go through these different tabs, and here we see a tab for progression, your level, emblems, clan tags, and stuff like that. Then we have a notification that's obviously going to be for invites and stuff like that. And then we have one we can't access, which to me, it looks like a headset with a chat thing. So I think this is going to be for a party chat that potentially could be really cool for something that I'll explain here in a second. But before we talk about that, let me just quickly go over to this last tab, and we see progression, social, that's going to be where your friends are, and home. Now, the home part is interesting because what I'm pretty sure home means, and what we get a pretty good idea of what it really means is by clicking here and then coming back, it says this: the launcher menu gives you access to all kinds of features in your social store, and continues, but we can't scroll down and see anymore. But this seems to confirm the existence of a Call of Duty launcher, something that has been rumored for a long time, a place where you can access all the different Call of Duty stuff from a single launcher, and this seems to confirm it. And the reason that I wanted to actually talk about the chat thing after that is because wouldn't it be so cool? Because they do mention that there are some social settings that you can access it throughout the launcher menu, and wouldn't it be cool if this party chat works cross game and you could be in different matches and heck even different Call of Duty games and you could still be in party chat with another player? That would be just really cool, and I hope that's what they're doing. And obviously some people may just say, why don't you just use PlayStation party chat or Discord or something like that? Well, first, Discord doesn't work on console currently, and second, party chat doesn't work cross play. So it would be a really cool feature to have something like that, and I hope that's what this is. But of course, now we should get into the stuff you clicked this video for, and it is the settings. And those quick settings are interesting. Also, I'm going to throw myself over here because the settings are going to be seen on the other side now. But the quick settings are cool. But I think we should talk about the thing everyone's really interested in. And yes, the field of view is right here. We do have a field of view slider for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And this probably means we're going to have one for Warzone 2 because it's running on the same engine. Now, if you guys are curious, yes, I am playing on a PS5, but I've seen screenshots from people who are playing on a PS4 who were able to change their field of view also. So it's not just a PS5 thing, it is a last gen thing, and just how it works. This, of course, was expected for multiplayer, but I think this confirms it also for Warzone. And we'll come back to these graphic settings, but for now, I want to talk about the quick settings because this is such a cool idea. Oh my gosh, because as you guys can see, well, you can't see actually, but it says 8 out of 15. And what you guys can see here are just some quick settings, right? But what's really cool about it, if you look at the bottom of the screen, it lets you remove and add quick settings, or well, it just says to remove them. And if you don't want something, like I don't want the mouse settings, I could just straight up remove it. I clicked it, but it didn't do anything, so it might be a little glitchy now. But regardless, why this is so cool is because you could customize settings just to the settings that you want. Because I know personally, I'm never going to use mouse settings, so get that out of here. But something I will use is something we've already looked at. And this was the field of view. And if I just click triangle now, it'll be added to the quick settings. And as long as it's not glitchy, it should be added here. Yep, right there, it's added. Super cool feature. Absolutely love this. Such a cool idea. I can't believe it. No one thought about this before. It is the most convenient settings feature that has maybe ever existed ever. But regardless, let's talk about the actual rest of the settings. And we're going to go over the ones that aren't really things that we've seen in the past. Like things that we've seen multiple times are going to be skipped because there's no real reason to go over these. So obviously stuff that you can see right here are things that have already existed. Now, something I found incredibly interesting, and you may have noticed from the earlier area when we were looking at the field of view, is this, where it says third person sensitivity multiplier. And initially I just dismissed this as just being I guess, for vehicles or something like that. At least in the, over here in the, what's it called, graphic settings, because when it said field of view, we had third person field of view, right? And I was thinking, oh, that's just for vehicles. But then when we go back to this area and we go back to the exact same thing, like it separates third person sensitivity from ground vehicle sensitivity, like air vehicle sensitivity. So it seems like it's not talking about actual vehicles here. So is there actually going to be a third person game mode? Is DMZ going to be a third person game mode? I don't know. It could be a lot of different things, but I guess we'll have to wait to see at Call of Duty Next tomorrow to confirm anything else. Regardless, though, we have some more settings here. Here's something actually I'm going to also add into my quick settings, which I click triangle to do. The automatic tactile sprint, I always have that on because I refuse to ever click L3 again. Aim, actually, you put that on. Oh, wait, I don't know. Either way, this is another thing I'm going to add because you just need to quickly access this because sometimes I like swapping between prioritize reload and prioritize interact. So that's definitely it. And this next setting is new, and this is interesting because I think actually this might have been added later, but at least it wasn't there on launch for Warzone. But this just lets you rather hold to apply one armor plate, or if you hold it, it'll apply all that you need. So yeah, it's there. Either way, no, though, let's go over to the advanced settings, and there's some more settings. This one I'm adding to the quick settings because you want to make sure you have dynamic on. That is just so broken compared to all the other ones. So glad to see that's back. Also, if you want to swap to Black Ops, that is also an option. Personally, I just leave it on default for the game. Then we have more aim sensitivities, which is interesting. I thought, didn't we already see these? I don't know. Maybe we didn't. I don't know. Input delays, tactical sprint behavior, toggle. Well, these things don't matter if you're using auto sprint, or auto sprint. Yeah, auto move forward is also here, so that's nice for the big scale modes like DMZ and Warzone. Cutting real quick because I missed this. I went over it but didn't actually read it. But regardless, it's interesting because in this setting that I have highlighted here, it says inverted slide and dive behavior. And the thing that is important here is that it does confirm dolphin diving and sliding is going to both be in this game. And that's interesting. So thought I'd let you guys know. Plunging in water. What is this? Sprint to look down in the water. Oh, it's just how you go up and down and move in the water. I think I'm going to leave that on movement because that's the default one. And maybe you'll try the other ones. There is another setting here that I thought was pretty. Also, wait, this says there's door bashings. Yeah, doors are going to be coming back. Obviously, I think we all expected that. So there's going to be doors. Great. Anyways, though, we have these settings. Where was an interesting one? Oh, it was way earlier. I completely missed it. Either way, this is the thing that's interesting is the ADS sensitivity transition. So we all know that your sensitivity changes if you're aiming down sights or if you're not. And the thing is that in the past, when you would start, like the second you clicked ADS, it would instantly slow down your sensitivity. But something that might be interesting is moving into gradual, because it is a gradual transition, so it does sometimes feel weird how all of a sudden it just instantly changes. But at the same time, many people have probably got used to that, so it might be a difficult change, but gradual might be the play here. After zoom is never going to be the play, but gradual might actually be the play here. Just something to keep an eye on. But that's all I think is worth mentioning here. We're going to skip over keyboard and mouse because we're console boys here, and just go over to the graphics and the last major thing. And obviously we have things like motion blur. We're turning all of that off. Get that out of my sight. Film grain. Hopefully this isn't glitched like in the, I don't know why I remember this, but in the Modern Warfare 2019 beta, that we just kept getting reset. Depth of field, nope, we're turning that off. I don't know what this is, I can't remember. And yeah, field of view, obviously I'm putting that up to 120. Oh wait, I can't just hold, you can't just hold the button, guys. You can't just hold, you have to tap. I'm having to tap all the way to get to what I want. That is a little bit, or even a lot of bit cringe. Hopefully we change that. Third person field of view, this is, again, we've talked about this. For third person field of view is interesting. And see how it separates it again. See, I don't know why it's separating it. So is there actually going to be a third person view? That is so interesting. I don't know if it is. We'll have to wait and see. Also, I think wide is play. I'm putting that up too. You know, I just gotta put everything to 120. I just love play on 120. Oh, you can only do 90. Interesting. But anyways, the last thing we could really look at is the interface. I mean, sure, there's audio, but everyone's audio thing is, yeah, who cares? But there was something, obviously you change the shape of your minimap rotation. You should always have that on. I hate the compass. Get that out of my face. Hit marker visuals, you want that on. Damage based hit markers, that's obviously changing the colors of it. You want to have that on. Player names full. I leave that on full. I don't know. Vehicles HUD prompts to play after 5 seconds. Yeah, you probably don't want those on. Telemetry, what does this mean? Hardware, no monitor, blah, blah, blah. Essentials, turn on the most used FPS. Oh, you can change on the FPS counter. Okay. GPU temperature, server latency, packet loss. Okay. So this could, you could just change on your, you know, oh, you probably want to put customs because I mean, FPS counters don't really matter for console, but I mean, I don't think anybody runs with those. Latency you want on, packet loss you want on, and I think those are the only ones personally I'd put on. Server latency, packet loss, and that's pretty much it. The rest I would probably keep off. So yeah, that's cool. That continues. Connection meter. Wait, what? You can turn the connection meter on. That's pretty cool. Tool tips. We all know what those are, and that's it. Let me just make sure there's nothing in audio that's unique. We're not going to the count thing because it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't think there's anything unique here. Auto connect to the match start to the lobby. What? Is this just like chat talking in game to talk to the lobby? Don't know. And yeah, that's about it. You can change the hit marker sounds again, and I think that's everything that is interesting here. Now, there's actually one last thing that I want to mention here, and I don't know why we didn't bring it up earlier, but it's actually going to be nice for some people who just know the thing they're looking for, but they can't remember where it's at. They can literally just hit the button. Well, I don't know how it's going to be for, you know, Xbox and PC, but for PlayStation, just hit the button in the middle, and you could literally just straight up search, like, any of the things. Like, let's see. I don't know if it works. I haven't tried it yet. But if we just put FOV, nothing pops up. Just as expected. Sorry, this is why I saved it for last, because I don't think it works right now. That's definitely why I saved it for last. But regardless, those are all the settings for the game. A couple interesting ones. The big things are obviously the FOV, third-person view stuff, but there's also some other nice stuff that we've obviously touched on throughout this, and I think I've touched on all of the most important ones. But regardless, though, I don't know what you guys want to say, but go ahead and leave any thoughts and opinions about anything we talked about down in the comment section below. Regardless, though, that's going to wrap it up for me. If you guys did enjoy the video, definitely do all the normal YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, bell, share, and all that great stuff. But I'm going to go, and I'll catch you guys next stream, video, however the heck it may be. And, laters, guys.